I'm on the rooftop of a building in Eastleigh. This Nairobi area is experiencing the most rapid growth in terms of building construction. There is a construction site everywhere you look.
The real estate industry in Eastleigh, Nairobi is one of the fastest growing business investments, attracting private investors from Kenya and around the world. This is due to the area's rapid urbanization and high housing demand. Eastleigh has grown from a rundown neighborhood to a commercial hub in Nairobi, Kenya, thanks to constant construction and change over the last 2 decades. Visitors who visited Eastleigh more than 20 years ago will find a very different place than they did before the millennium. And given the large number of ongoing projects, it appears that change is just getting started. In this commercial hub, a lot can happen in a year. Thus, is in a league of its own. As the area's population grows and housing demand rises, Eastleigh's old appearance is fading faster. Private developers are increasingly buying old houses. The dilapidated houses are being demolished to make way for the development of high-rise apartments in order to meet rising housing demand.
People from northeastern or every part of the country are coming together in Eastleigh. So the demand for houses is huge in Eastleigh. And the rental income is also huge. So people are thinking of developing new high-rise building so that they cater for the demand within Eastleigh. And you'll find every day there's new demolition. If maybe the high-rise which was constructed maybe 7 years ago, which was 7th floor or 6th floor, are being demolished to pave way for 16th, 17th floor, so that it can cater for the demand that is growing day by day. Everything is available within Eastleigh. Eastleigh we can call a city within a city. Security is there, schools are there, hospitals are there. Goods and services that you require are just within your reach. So all that makes Eastleigh a place where everybody think of having a flat or an apartment or some house in Eastleigh. That is what is making Eastleigh different from other places.
Eastleigh has undergone a remarkable transformation in recent years. Despite its poor infrastructure, it has changed shape over the last 2 decades. Major projects are moving quickly and significant development is taking place. The majority of them are high-rise apartments built to the most up-to-date architectural standards. This year will see the completion of various types and size of residential and commercial space, as well as the start of other significant projects. This estate is changing its appearance and becoming a more desirable place to live.
Out of the 17 sub-counties in Nairobi, it's actually falling like number 4 in terms of development approvals, because we can say, based on our analysis and the analysis of the project to receive in terms of application for registration to get a compliance certificate, which I had indicated as one of our functions. Eastleigh for the last 5 years has submitted in our portal, because we do these things online, over 220 projects in the last 5 years. You can say that's an average of about 40 or so projects per year, and which is good.
Nowadays, the real estate developers are building the highest possible height that a building can reach in Eastleigh, making the best use of the space.
Like for instance, Eastleigh, you may find that they are limited to a certain number of floors because of the proximity of the area to maybe nearby airports or even critical facility, as you may be aware. So because of that, there could be limitations because of either the flight path or certain security installations that dictate that this is the only thing we can do. And that's why the reason why you need to go to seek for approval from the relevant county, like Nairobi County.
Business Bay Square is the most visible and largest development of its kind in the area. The mall is Kenya's second largest. After years of work, the project is about to be completed. Shopping, residential, office space, and recreational activities will all be included.
It is a mall that attracts, it will attract a lot of people from within and outside the country. Because that mall has ample parking. Maybe they were saying an estimate of 1,000 parking lots. The space is very big. I think everything will be available there. The major brands take their space there. So I think that mall will add a lot of value to Eastleigh and even to generally to the country economy, because it will attract a lot of people, do shopping in Eastleigh, come and buy Eastleigh, go to Eastleigh, visit Eastleigh. It will have, I think, Eastleigh will be much better from that if that mall comes in. It will be much better. It will attract a lot of people. I think Eastleigh will be, will not say, it will be a city more better than today, what it is today, if that mall is opened.
Housing and real estate development is a highly capital-intensive venture, and funds are scarce.
Eastleigh's high rises are the result of a team's combined efforts to change the area.
Eastleigh, the structure, what makes this thing to grow very fast is people of Eastleigh, wherever they are, whether in UK or America or Canada or everywhere, all over the world, they pool funds together. They bring money together, then they construct. Nobody does that building alone. I think maybe if we say one or two, we cannot say 2 or 3. But most of the time, they do what is called partnership and trust. That makes, like let's say, for example, if the cost of the building cost is 80 million or 70 million, then 10 people pool around 10 million together, then they raise 100 million to purchase the land. When they purchase the land, then they make off-plan sales now. They'll make the plan, the floors, the size of the flat, what is available, the generators, everything, the amenities which is being available, the amenities which are available within the building. So they sell the off-plan to those in overseas, those in Kenya. Everybody now start paying, since most of the things why it is thriving is because of the trust. The people who are handling the building, they've been trusted by everybody because they know they will deliver what they have promised. So that trust issue drives Eastleigh completely. That is what is driving Eastleigh building. So they pay deposit. If you sell some flats, you start constructing. Not having full cash for the building and everything. The one who is doing the construction is relying on the trust people have on him. And those who are having the money, the small money, who wants flat, they also have that trust with those who are building, the contractor or the person who is the developer. So in that case, both sides, the trust issue is the one which is driving the business in Eastleigh and the flats. So they come together, you pay the deposit, you will be given a grace period of 2 years when the construction is going on. That within that 2 years period, you will complete your payment slowly by slowly, without interest, without pressure. Yeah, maybe what is your income per month, wherever you're working, you just pay slowly. You are owning a flat in Eastleigh without feeling the pinch of maybe huge money. Just pay initial deposit, then within 2 years, and the developer is continuing, because every month you'll pay what you have or what you have agreed, lump sum, maybe in bits. Then within that 2 years, after the 2 years is complete, you will pay maybe like 30%, which is the remaining balance. Then you will be handed over the key, and then you pay the balance, and then you own a flat there. That convenience that is created within Eastleigh is making Eastleigh to grow very fast.
As a result of the development, thousands of Kenyans have been employed, and the ongoing projects are expected to generate numerous opportunities, contributing to the country's economic growth.
Just look at the performance in terms of numbers. And we are saying that is one of the also the higher contributors to the economy of this, because construction creates employment. So when you say Eastleigh is busy and booming, it means there are a lot of people employed there on a day-to-day basis, and they're earning a living. It creates also opportunity for suppliers to supply their materials and goods and services. Supplier can also be a supplier of services, an engineer and architect. So they are found there and they do their work. Also, other service supply is a contractor, because the contractor supplies a construction service and it's found there. So to the extent of how it contributes to the economy, I must say that it is one of the key contributors to our economic growth in this country, because it engages, the value chain is quite long. So you may go to a quarry, and that time you're not seeing Eastleigh. But if you are to follow a truck carrying stones from that quarry, it ends up in a place like Eastleigh or any other part of Kenya, isn't it? There is a driver on that lorry. You've supported construction, isn't it? You've gone and picked fuel to fuel this vehicle. You've supported the construction. I mean, you've supported an economy. Construction has supported an economy. It's delivered, somebody will come and do the construction. So in a nutshell, look at the entire value chain. It's quite busy. On the indirect, which people also don't see, it may be somebody here whose work is not to do construction, but to support construction by, let's go to the bottommost level. Somebody just supplying food in a construction site. You know, these vendors who just move around with food in containers, and they know our timing is very good. Some of them come over around 10 o'clock for the tea break or whatever break it is, health break, another one at 4. Some of them pass with fruits. At the end of the day, when they go back home, the containers are empty. If there is no construction, these containers will not have. And you see why they're able to get ready money? Because this guy knows, I'm eating here, when I'm done, I'll get paid. And that's how it supports the economy. Yeah. From as little as level as you're seeing it to the global scale, which is now a contractor earning millions here. But those millions trickle down to the bottom person. Yeah.
Despite significant investments in residential development, finding a vacant apartment in Eastleigh can be extremely difficult and stressful.
Eastleigh, finding a house, as I have said previously, when you are building, people start even booking in advance because of the demand. You know, when the house is being constructed, people start paying their deposit. In fact, when you are buying a flat in Eastleigh, already there is someone who is ready to rent that flat. When it is completed, you'll find you'll never wait for months and months looking for someone to rent in that house or the flat. So immediately you'll get. So finding it's because still the demand is not yet fulfilled. That's why you will say in every building, if you go now make your random check in every building, you say you don't have space. You say the house is just new, you have not even completed, how comes? So it's already booked. So the demand to find Eastleigh, that's why you are saying getting your income and profit in Eastleigh is something assured, Eastleigh. So I can say clearly the demand is not met. That's why you cannot find easily a rental house or everywhere. Commercial space is very difficult. And if you find one, you have to pay goodwill and a lot of money. Maybe that's how you will get it.
My name is Salah Muhammad. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Also check out my previous reporting from here, which I will link in the comments, and stay tuned for the next Eastleigh video.